We all love to share part of our lives with others. It helps us connect and build relationships. But not everything needs to be said out loud. Some things are better off kept to yourself, not because they are bad, but because sharing them can lead to misunderstanding, unnecessary drama, or even regrets. Psychology tells us that keeping certain things or certain thoughts, plan, and personal details private can actually make us happier, more successful, and more at peace. Here are some few things you should always keep to yourself no matter what. Number one, your biggest goal. We all have dreams and ambitions, but sharing them too soon might actually work against us. Psychologists call this intention behavioral gap. The idea that talking about your goals can give you a false sense of accomplishment, making you less likely to follow through. When you announce your big plans, your brain gets a little dopamine burst, similar to what happens when you actually achieve something. The problem is the satisfaction can sometimes replace the motivation to put in the hard work. Instead of telling everyone your goals, try keeping them to yourself and let your action speak for you. So number two, your good deeds. Doing something kind for someone else should come from the heart, not for recognition. I learned this the hard way when I once helped a friend financially during a tough time. I didn't expect anything in return though, but later in a casual conversation I had with someone else, I mentioned it to another friend. It wasn't to brag, but I thought I was just sharing a meaningful moment. But word got back to the person I had earlier helped, and they felt really embarrassed and uncomfortable. What was meant to be a selfless act ended up making them feel like a charity case. So, study shows that when we brag about generosity, it can make others feel awkward or even question our motives. True kindness doesn't need an audience. So now, when I help someone, I keep it to myself. The impact is what truly matters, not the recognitions. So, number three, your deepest insecurities. We all have some certain things we are self-conscious about, but sharing them with the wrong people can do more harm than good. So when you openly talk about your insecurities, to you may think you are being vulnerable and relatable, but in some cases it can invite judgment, unwanted advice, or even be used against you later. In psychology, there is something called the looking glass self, which means we tend to see ourselves based on how others react to us. If you constantly share your insecurities and people respond with pity or skepticism, it can reinforce negative self perceptions instead of helping you overcome them. That is why it's important to be selective about who you confide in. Some thoughts are best kept private or share only with those who truly support or uplift you. So number four, your long-term relationships problems. Every relationship has its ups and downs, but airing your issue to others can sometimes make things worse instead of better. When you vent about your partner to friends or family, they don't forget. Even if you and your partner work things out, the people you confide in might still hold on to those negative details you told them, creating tension and bias against your partner. Research has shown that complaining about a relationship to outsider can also reinforce negative feelings rather than help resolve them. Instead of finding solutions, you may end up dwelling on the problem and feeling even more frustrated. If you are facing serious issue, it's better to talk directly with your partner or seek professional advice. Keeping private matters private can protect the trust and respect in your relationship. So number 5, your act of self-improvement. Growth is a personal journey, and sometimes the best progress happens in silence. When you're working on bettering yourself, whether it's learning a new skill, improving your health, or breaking a bad habit, it can be tempting to share your plans with others. Announcing your self-improvement goal too soon can take away from the quiet dedication needed to truly change. There is something powerful about working in the background, making steady progress without the pressure of outside opinions or expectations. True transformation doesn't need validation, it speaks for itself. Let your action shows your growth, or let your actions show your growth, not your words. The most meaningful change happens when no one is watching. So number 6, your past mistakes. We've all made mistakes, some bigger than others, and while learning from them is important, constantly bringing them up, especially to the wrong people, can keep you stuck in the past. There is a fine line between taking responsibility and letting your mistake define you. Talking too much about your past regrets can make others see you through that lens. Even if you are grown beyond it. Worse, some people might use your past against you, whether intentionally or not. Growth simply means accepting what happened, making peace with it, and moving forward. You don't have to hide your past, but you also don't have to carry it like a weight you show to everyone you meet. Some chapters are meant to be closed so you can fully step into who you are now. So, number 7, your financial situations. Money is a sensitive topic, and sharing too much about your financial situations, whether good or bad, can lead to unnecessary complications. If you're struggling financially and talk about it often, you might unintentionally invite pity, judgment, or even unwanted advice from people who don't fully understand your situation. On the other hand, if you're doing well and openly discuss your success, it can create resentment, unrealistic expectations from others. Study shows that people tend to compare themselves to those around them, especially when it comes to money. Talking too much about finances can shift relationship from being about connection to being about comparison. It's okay to seek financial advice or celebrate milestone privately, but for the most part, your bank account should be your business and no one else. So number 8, sharing your next big move. Not everyone needs to know what is happening in your life, or not everyone needs to know what you're planning next. Whether it's a career change, a major life decision, or a personal goal, sharing your plans too soon can invite doubts, unwanted opinions, or even subtle discouragements from others. Sometimes people project their own fear onto you, making you second guess yourself before you even started. There is power in moving in silence. Protect your vision, do the work, and let the results speak for themselves. We have come to the end of topic for today. If this is the first time you are coming across this channel, please head over to my bio to know more about this channel. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications to get notified whenever I made a new post. To my returning subscribers, thank you all for coming back. Don't also forget to like, turn on your notifications to get notified whenever I made a new post also. Thank you all for watching, and see you in my next topic. Bye.